Raise your hand if you ever walked into a store, a restaurant, or a public area and you felt completely ignored. Now, if you raise your hand, then you can relate to my topic today of civility lacking in too many human interactions. Maybe you stood at a register waiting for someone to help while someone behind the counter was just on their phone scrolling. Now, a lot of us have experienced something like that before. A simple greeting or eye contact used to be something that we expected, but those small moments of human connection seem to be disappearing. Now, according to Chu and Kim's 2024 study published in Current Issues in Tourism, negative interactions between customers, employees, make it seem significantly harder for businesses to provide quality service and hurt overall performance. Now today, I want to persuade you that civility in everyday interactions is worth rebuilding. We can bring that connection back through intentional workplace training, recognizing great customer service, taking personal responsibility as customers, and modeling kindness in our own communities. Now, last Tuesday, I stopped at a restaurant on Penn Avenue, maybe around 2:15, 2:20 in the afternoon, because I wanted a quick bite before heading home. When I walked in, there was a few employees working, and I expected a quick hello, a greeting, or something to acknowledge me. But everyone I saw was on their phone scrolling. I stood at the counter waiting. I looked over the menu, and then I looked back at the employees, and there was nothing. The young man behind the counter was only a few feet away from me. His phone was bright, and his thumbs was going crazy on the phone. But there was no hello, there was no eye contact. So after standing there in silence for another full minute, I realized he was never going to greet me. So I turned around and I walked back out the door hungry. Thinking about it later, I realized it wasn't just about leaving without food. It was more about how common these moments have become. Instead of connecting with someone that's right in front of you, distractions and busy schedules are replacing simple human interactions. So my question for you is, how do we bring these moments back? As the research shows, civility isn't about being polite. It directly affects how employees feel and how customers experience a business. Repeated incivility increases worker stress, lowers job satisfaction, and degrades service quality. Look at Chick-fil-A, for example. A company that's built intentional customer service. When you walk into Chick-fil-A, you know you're always greeted with positive energy. They cultivate their environment through interactive onboarding, communication training, and intentional vocabulary, like teaching them to say, "my pleasure," instead of "no problem." And I know it's a small phrase, but it represents a larger idea. Making people feel valued. While no business is perfect, it shows what happens when a company intentionally trains for human connection. Now, businesses spend hours teaching employees how to run registers or even use their computer systems. But communication skills deserve the same attention. Companies should include interactive training on greeting customers, making eye contact, and handling stress professionally. A great example is the 10 and 4 rule. At 10 feet away, you make eye contact and you smile. At 4 feet away, a verbal greeting. Now, simple habits like this create a welcoming space. According to DeGaso and Macucho's 2024 study published in Cogent Business and Management, repeated experiences with workplace incivility increases employee stress and contribute to thoughts of leaving their jobs. Proven that communication training protects both staff and customers. Now, training is only half the battle. Businesses must also recognize employees who consistently deliver great experiences. We reward productivity and sales, but hospitality should also be recognized. Spot bonuses, preferred schedules, and public recognition encourage workers to create positive interactions. When employees feel appreciated, they make customers feel appreciated. Civility is a two-way street. It's easy to blame employees, but we have to acknowledge our own behavior. Do we make eye contact? Do we put our phones away when we're being serviced? Do we show patience when a place is short-staffed? Because I know a lot of times I'm very impatient. According to Kim Yu-Hang and Lee's 2023 study published in the International Journal of Hospitality Management, repeated uncivil interactions increase employee stress, which can spread throughout the workplace and contribute to employee turnover. Courtesy isn't just good manners, it actively builds a healthier environment for everyone. Small actions change everything. Looking up, making eye contact, and saying thank you, and even choosing patience. Civility spreads. When someone smiles at us, we pass it forward. Whether you're at a grocery store, on a public bus, or even at a doctor's office, every interaction is an opportunity to set an example. Change doesn't require a massive corporate policy. It starts with one person choosing to be present and polite. We all have the ability every day to show moments that we share. Businesses can train for genuine connection. Managers can reward hospitality. Customers can bring patience and positive energy. And all of us can choose to acknowledge the people around us. So the next time you walk into a store or a restaurant or you're just in a public place, remember that the person behind the counter isn't just completing a transaction. They're a human being. So my challenge to you is to smile, say hello, and make someone feel seen. Because bringing work back into our community starts with one small interaction at a time. Thank you.